You got all the goods packed, ready for your road trip. You got your favorite snacky snacks, and you thought you were good and you got a nice emergency kit. But are you truly ready for your next road trip? On this edition of Inside the Garage, we covered the 3 areas of breakdown that could create some anguish. The number one factor for you guys, if you're not careful, is definitely going to be your tires. You need to ensure that the rubber on the tire is good to go. And more importantly, your gas mileage. The number one factor is going to be tire pressure. So you want to ensure that you've got the right tire pressure, and you can find that always on the driver's side door. Now, one thing you're going to make sure of is if you've got a vibration on cruising speeds, a lot of you are going to be on the freeway for a long period of time, and you got a vibration, you want to make sure that your tires are balanced. Now, rule of thumb is twice a year, every 6,000 miles, make sure that these tires are balanced and eliminate those vibrations. So you got great tire pressure, your tires are balanced, and that pesky tire light still comes on the dash. What is that all about? Well, you may have a bad TPMS sensor, a tire pressure monitoring sensor. That unit may be defective and need to be replaced, or maybe we're lucky and it just needs a recalibration. You can actually retrain all of those tire sensors to look at each other properly and ultimately shut off when there is the proper level of tire pressure. Now, don't be a lazy tire checker. Don't just check the tire when it's on the car, on the outside tread, because that outside tread may look good, but that inner tread will leave you with some surprises and be all bald. You don't need bald tires on your road trip. So spend the time, take it easy, and check the complete tire. Now that you checked your tires and everything is squared away, number 2, check the battery. Now, you guys may use a standard voltmeter and just do a basic check and figure if you got 12.5 to 13 volts, you're good to go. But that's not good enough. You really need to utilize a battery load tester. That's going to reproduce all the load to the vehicle, to the battery, and you're going to check that cold cranking app. So make sure you do a load test. Now, if your battery is 2.5, 3 years plus old, it's good measure to replace it because it is going to fail. One last thing about batteries, if your battery has any of this moisture, battery acid, and it's micro cracking right around the terminal, replace it immediately. That acid is very corrosive to the cables. You're making sure your tires are good to go, you make sure that battery's good to go. Well, here's the third thing that you got to check. And again, this is all based upon the top 3 items by AAA, over 300,000 calls a year for these 3 breakdowns. Guess what? Keys. You need a spare key, or 2 or 3. So make sure you check those 3 vital items because they are popular breakdown roadside calls. Now, I want to thank you guys. We have close to 500 subscribers. You guys rock. Share with a friend. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. That's all good. Hey, my fellow mechanics, if I missed something, get it down into the comments. Thanks for hanging out, guys, on this edition of Inside the Garage.